Okay, guys, good news for Alzheimer's. New protocols show cognitive decline in Alzheimer's have a 92% success rate for reversal. So here to explain more, Dr. Stephen Wander is back. All right, are people going, no, doc, I don't believe you on the reversal, but help us out. Tell us, it is true?
So it's absolutely true. In 2014, Dr. Bredesen of UCLA came up with a protocol. He's the foremost senior researcher on this after about 35 years, and he learned all the reasons why people do get Alzheimer's.
Okay.
And he said, well, if we can fix those, then we should be able to reverse it. And so since 2014, over 3,500 people have gone through the protocol and actually reversed it. So there has not been a drug approved since 2003 for Alzheimer's. So let's think about that. If you have kids or grandkids, think of how old they are now in 2019 and how old they were in 2003, and no drug has been approved. 143 have been tried. There's been 142 failures, and the other one is just waiting on the former failure. And so big pharmaceutical companies, Pfizer, Eli Lilly, they've literally laid off everyone in that division because they're wasting money on the trials, because there's $50 million a trial.
Oh my gosh.
So there's new testing now which can actually tell up to 35 years before you would have any symptoms, are you having any shrinking in your brain. So not only can it be reversed, but it can be prevented. So by having this state-of-the-art objective test, we'll tell you, A, do you have degeneration? B, which part of your brains, which will tell where the treatment should be, and then C, so this is why I tell people, if your parents or your grandparents are suffering and you've seen them, you can do this test to see, has your brain actually begun to shrink.
Okay, because is it genetic?
So there is a genetic component through a specific blood test that will tell you, so it's APOE4R4. I don't want to get into the specifics, but if you have that, there's about a 90% chance you will get Alzheimer's or cognitive decline. And here's what I always try to tell people, is that when people think of the word Alzheimer's, they think of people in end-stage Alzheimer's.
You do. You think that later in life stage.
So if it's too far gone, it's not reversible. But what I always tell people is no one starts of, hey, I'm good to go today, and then 5 years later, they're in end-stage Alzheimer's. There's a process. So now you can prevent that process by doing the testing. And, you know, it's really sad. I mean, we went to visit my grandfather, who's in end-stage Alzheimer's. He's 97. And, you know, I told my wife after the hospital visit, like, I don't want to see him pop like that anymore. It's really sad. Real
quick before we go, because the doctor at UCLA, what are a few tips maybe to pass on to people for that reversal?
Yeah, well, one of the brain is 84% fat. So one of the things that the brain needs is a really good high-quality fat.
High-quality fat.
High-quality
your avocados, your olive oils.
Exactly. Those are some of the good fats. It's very important.
We could do a whole half hour on this. But listen, for more information, folks can pick up your book, which is Finding a Wandering Mind, to learn more, or go online, cognitivedinner.com for more.